What is going on, crypto family? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about community token, really community takeover tokens, because one thing right now that I see is not very popular in the market, and that is a active community, guys. And one thing that I've noticed as far as being in Shiba Inu is that Shiba Inu used to be that very top dog when it comes to rating, shilling. I really don't see that like I used to. That's one thing that I can say for certain because right now, again, the army it is divided on so many different issues and topic. So right now we are not seeing like a massive collection of people rating, shilling, asking when SHIB this, when that. We have been seeing that in the last couple of years, and really that is what got Shiba Inu to the top. And I guess since Shiba Inu is as big as it is, they technically don't have to do it because people know SHIB. But in the early stages of a lot of different token that people don't know them, rating and shilling is everything, especially to build a strong community, an active community, or even a lasting community. That's really what, in my opinion, allows SHIB to be able to survive throughout multiple cycles because of the community. And I made this post about 7 hours ago. And I said, when a community raids and shill like early SHIB community then only good things will happen. SHIB is the model slash example. Roar. And crazy enough, guys, crazy enough, just within what, an hour ago, 30 minutes ago, we just got some announcement from Stocktwits, and this has been a X account that we as a community has been rating, has been shilling for the past few months, guys. Constantly rating and shilling, asking them to list Roaring Kitty onto their platform, and guess what just happened? They decided to list us on the platform, and it is due to what? Rating and shilling, being active. A lot of time people will see like that first initial thing, you don't see a response. That does not mean that nothing is happening. And typically speaking, even like in sales, they teach you that you will receive like a whole bunch of no's before you get that one yes. But the key to it is to be consistent, and that's one thing that us as Roaring Kitty community have been preaching. Like, you have to be active because you never know what's going to happen the next day. That's been the model. We got a free listing based upon rating and shilling. We get getting on Stocktwits, which is huge because one thing about Stocktwits, it's huge for the stock market people who's heavily into stock. But now we're getting added onto on the crypto side, so now we can actually rate and share, posting some of these tickers right here, especially the days that we're doing well, to get them on over to Roaring Kitty. And also GameStop, we could now shield the GameStop holders, this GameStop users that's on this platform, and this is giving us a competitive edge versus our competitors, guys. So I definitely am excited just to see this, this come to pass, because at the end of the day, this came all based upon the community. Everything that we get from the Shibarium listing, getting on, being a bridgeable token on Shibarium Bridge, that all came from the community because the community was very active saying, hey, we want to get onto Shibarium, and the Shibarium team, how seeing how relentless we are, they're like, you know what, this is a strong community, this is good for Shibarium, let's go ahead and get them on. And bada beam bada boom, we just got on. So man, again, this is very, very exciting. Now, taking a look, guys, and matter of fact, let me bring up Turbo. Turbo is designed, we are designed similarly to Turbo. Turbo is a CTO, community owned, token that is driven by the community. But the thing about Turbo that many people don't realize this too is anytime that Turbo has a dip, has a consolidation period, those are the key moment just to being able to buy this token. Because if you buy these tokens during consolidation, that's what end up happening. It end up having this big pop, and next thing you know, it's off to the races. But the way that Roaring Kitty is designed, we are designed similarly to it. Anytime that Roaring Kitty has a big pump then followed by consolidation, it is followed by more continuation. Not right now. We're currently, guys, in a consolidation. Actually breaking out from a consolidation. As you can see here, this is the line that I have drawn before, which is roughly, right around the 3.203 area as acting as resistance. But it seems like we may be holding because this is we're setting this new green candle for the new day above this line. So typically that could mean a confirmation. Only time will tell. But the point that I'm making is that when it comes to CTOs, all the circulating supply of that token is out onto the open market. There is no overhead pressure other than holders. So if holders who actually got in and bought their token, they're the only one that's selling. You know, this is why Turbo has been able to do what it consistently does, because again, after it had this nice big rally, guess what happened? Holders started selling. They dumped the token, they sold, and guess what's happened right here during consolidation? More new holders are starting to come in, and no longer we started seeing less and less whales. So those whales their bags started getting lighter and lighter. So now, as more and more people come in, it's only pushing up the token. Guys, the next thing you know, you get this big parabolic move. So some of the whales who got in right here, guess what ended up happening? Their bags started getting lighter and lighter, right? Lighter and lighter, boom, you get this dump due to the overall market, of course, and now you're getting people just starting to pick up the pieces. And look at this freaking wick, guys. When I looked at this on the 5 minute chart, right, this was actually buy, or at first I thought it was a misprint on the chart, but these are actually buys. Someone, this big whale came in and just whoop and did three different transactions, and just to being able to get this thing to wick this high. But that just lets you know, same thing for Roaring Kitty as well too, guys. Again, during these down move, then consolidation, you're gonna have people that's gonna come in and they're gonna constantly be buying Roaring Kitty. Because a lot of the whales that I've seen, they empty their bags, guys. Some of the whales empty their bags or getting close to zero, at that. And there was this one whale who had bought and he was just constantly selling. Now his bag at zero. And the crazy thing about it, as soon as he finished selling his bag, the very next day is when we started seeing this nice little upward momentum. So things are looking pretty good. I at least thought I'd make this video because, again, you can't tell me that this post right here did not just age the way that it again, 7 hours ago I made this post. The next thing you know, boom, we're getting a free listing onto Stocktwits based upon community, guys. So I encourage you guys, if you're not active, become active, because again, you make the process more easier for everybody, for your bag. Things get done a little bit faster, because think of this: imagine 5, 6, 700, 800 people constantly on X talking about Roaring Kitty. Imagine how that's going to impact the algorithm and the impression of how many people get to see Roaring Kitty. Because the more and more time Roaring Kitty is presented in front of more people, the more community members that we're going to get, and it's going to just become a snowball effect. Same thing here with 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 this NFT. That's why I keep bringing it up to you guys. We're currently now at 43 holders, guys. 43 holders of the NFT, and we have what, 1,200 holders of Roaring Kitty. So we still have more and more people that could actually come in and mint these NFTs. And as they do so, guys, we're just constantly going out into the open market and doing what? We're buying more bone. We're buying more Roaring Kitty, causing the price to naturally go up, because the community itself, we're the one who owns the Roaring Kitty token, and we're adding it back into liquidity. So things are looking pretty good for us. But let me know in the comment down below your thoughts, your opinion about all this. Random Arts guy signing off. Peace.